at that.
Hi, folks. The NBA regular season rolls on. This game serving up some holiday basketball for you fans out there. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well, my partner. I mean, there's just something special about watching basketball during the holiday season. Hey, and we're in for a treat.
And now the Washington Wizards starters. We've got Sarr. Chris Middleton is out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Carrington in at the two-guard position. Now here's Poole. The rebound by Embiid. Here's the general. Rebound by Middleton. Poole outside. Pass to Carrington. Here's Sarr. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Poole from long range. Again, the miss by Poole. Here's Philadelphia, and this team is on absolute fire right now. They've won 18 in a row.
There's a lot of players who will say they don't take notice of a budding winning streak. But when it's double digits, everyone knows. Winning streaks are a lot harder than people think because every single team wants to be the one to take you down.
And the second free throw is good. About a minute played here so far in the first. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. A big topic of conversation, Chris Middleton. Coach said Middleton is an incredible shooter. He said we cannot let him get comfortable. Shoot it directly off passes. Our goal, run Chris off that three-point line. Chris Middleton, hard to stop. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's the general. Following the score by Washington. Sinks the tray. The general's got 7 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Driving in. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
While he's a bit undersized for a forward, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Pass to the general. Screen by Embiid. The general passes to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
The perfect roller. Joel Embiid can pop out and shoot, cut, make the extra passes, really anything in that set.
The Wizards have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. An MVP in this league, Richard, Joel Embiid. Is there any way to slow this guy down?
The answer, no, B.A. There is no way to slow him down. He's got the unique ability of size, skill, athleticism. You name it, he's got it.
Here's the general. Coming off a solid outing against Oklahoma City. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Washington. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year. Sarr passes to Poole. Here's Sarr. There's a screen. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. The shot no good. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. Here's Markkanen. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
Pass to Sarr. Poole outside. There's the three. The general pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And here's Markkanen. Here's the general. The three-pointer off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Poole outside. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The Sixers lead by 4. Shakes him. Markkanen misses. Middleton looking around.
A proven champion. Middleton is someone any team would love to have. A great player and a great locker room presence as well.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Chris Middleton taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. The Wizards making a switch here. Both free throws good from Middleton.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Philadelphia has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's the general. Kicks it to George. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
And that's the versatility of George. He does it from long range, mid-range, and at the rim.
Pass to George. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. Washington again can't hit. The Sixers lead by 4. Here's the general. He's got 7. George, a screen on George. The general, no good.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Misses from short range. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Three-pointer. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. The General's got 10 points in the game.
And when you look at the numbers over the last few years, it's clear that George has made a jump as a playmaker.
Sarr. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Philadelphia closing up. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
And so in the game for Washington, Marcus Smart out there with Trey Jones. Then there's George, then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Hawkins in at the center position. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, the general, their last time out against the Thunder, was outstanding. He added 43 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Here's Hawkins. No made baskets yet. Middleton, no good.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Good work there as it goes.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Here we go. The Sixers on the break. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now here's Smart. In his last outing, 16 points for him. They need this. And that one's good. Middleton. Middleton's got 6 points in the quarter. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Now here's Jones. His last outing, we saw him score 13. For 3, George. Rebound by Philadelphia. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Middleton, no good. Philadelphia leading by 10. Jacks up a 3. George, and that's good. George has got 5.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Washington will go for a different look here. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at Golden State. They're a rising team climbing to 5th on the board.
Checking out the 76ers, they're one of the top teams because they just play the game the right way. That's what's been clear early on.
Here's Sarr. His last outing, he had 20. Good on the bucket.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Maxey passes to the general. Launches a three. Another three for Philadelphia.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Sarr. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. The Generals got 5 rebounds tonight.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
George is screen on Poole. The General passes to George. It's Poole on the wing. Fires for 3. Pass to Carrington. The 3 is up. The rebound by Maxey.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's the General. 24 points for him. No good on the triple. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of this game. Poole against Maxey. Poole shot is off. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's the General. The Sixers again can't hit. The Wizards trail by 14. George with it. Pass to Champagny. Puts up a 3. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Drills it from deep. Maxey passes to the General. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. He got it up. He can't get that one to fall. And so we wrap up the first half. Sixers ahead, up by 11. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
Looking at Philadelphia, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things, and I got to say they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say they are making it look easy here in this early part of the season, at least. And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Wizards.
As poorly as they've shot the ball, they're lucky to be within striking distance.
And give credit to the defense on the other side. Those guys have been getting after it.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And it's Poole with the ball for the Washington Wizards. 11-point game. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. We've got Lauri Markkanen. Joel Embiid is out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's the General in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. All right, Graham, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season, for the first time in a long time, hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Second chance shot. Embiid misses.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Poole outside. Pass to Sarr. Here's the teardrop. The General pulls it in. The General's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's stolen by Poole. Blocked! Markkanen looking it over. Unloads. That's good on the jumper.
Shots like this help Markkanen get in rhythm. The D must be aware of his ability to catch and fire.
Poole outside. Pass to Sarr. Down low. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. The General passes to Maxey. It's Markkanen on the wing. And he lobs it up. It's stolen away. Here's Carrington. No points so far. Now Poole. Pass to Middleton. 6 to shoot. 4-3. Knocks down the long J. Middleton's got 16 points.
Now, if you're the defense, you can't allow Middleton to heat up out there. I mean, he can be so efficient from long range.
Here's the 3. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Middleton outside. Here's the pick. To the paint. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
You're working the two-man game with Middleton. They trust him to make those good reads.
And it's a completely new group. The Wizards trail by 13. So on the floor for the Wizards, we've got George, also Marcus Smart out there, and it's Hawkins in at the 5. Pass to Bufkin, fires the 3. Rebound by Philadelphia.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's the General. The 3 fires in the triple. The General's got 30.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Pass to Bufkin. Maxey against Jones. Can't get it to drop. Some solid defense from Maxey. Now here's Embiid. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. And then Embiid with the dunk.
That's a big target for some alley-oops. Embiid using that size.
The Wizards trail by 18. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Grimes, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And a change for the Wizards. Jordan Poole, he's checked in for Bufkin. Left side Jones. Pass to Hawkins. And here's Smart. Clock at 6. They set a pick. Here's Poole. Rebound by Philadelphia. The Generals got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Embiid. And it's Hawkins with a rebound. Outside Jones. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. He drops it from range.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Philadelphia leading by 15. Screen by Embiid. The General passes to Embiid. George with a steal. Here's Poole. Misses off the left iron.
The rebounding differential is a major story in this game.
Pass to the General. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. On target from range. The Generals got 9 points now in the second half.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Substitution on the court.
Middleton against Markkanen.
I like this from Middleton, using his height inside to generate points.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
And he's going for the oop here. Pass to Maxey. From behind the arc. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Maxey against Poole. The Wizards with another miss. The Sixers lead by 19. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Embiid, a screen on Middleton. The General passes to Embiid.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the 76ers.
Their transition game was the standout for me. Created a lot of extra pressure pushing the ball.
I agree. They took control of the tempo and were really
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. That win brings them to a 3-0 start for the group play stage of the NBA Cup. And now
You earned that one.
Let's go. Hey, how's it going, MP?
MP, you got that look in your eye tonight. They better watch out.
Sup, MP?
Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final game of the NBA Cup group stage of play for these two teams.
And both looking to finish strong, right? And punch their ticket to the knockout round.
MP is not taking these conference matchups lightly. He doesn't want to just be the best and make it into the All-Star game. He has made it known he wants to be the guy.
And how impressive have these performances been by MP? He puts a big old target on his back that his competition isn't taking lightly and continues to dominate out there. He's garnered a good deal of added respect the way he's taking care of his business.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The General is out there with Embiid. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Paul George. And it's McCain in at the 2.
Working hard for those 2 points. PG can score from just about anywhere on the floor.
Pass to Hachimura. Banchero outside. Another miss by Banchero. The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skill?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
It's deflected.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. The General, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Banchero. And he really did play well against Chicago in that last game.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Here's Tarlock. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Outside Anthony. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. He takes it in. George passes to the General. George with the screen on Banchero. Lob pass to George. The shot comes out.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the general in his last time out against Washington was a man on a mission. He scored 33 points, and so much of that damage he does is from long range. Those were ridiculous numbers he put up. See what he has in store for an encore. Can't wait to see. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Embiid with a screen on Banchero. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
We've got 1:08 left in the first. Pass to Hachimura. Anthony right side. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. So for the 76ers, the last game, a win against Washington. Embiid with the screen on Banchero. Gets the three-pointer to fall. The General's got 10 points in the game.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Anthony, the pass to Carter. Banchero outside. And he drops that one in. He's got 8.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Maxey passes to the General. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Anthony. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hachimura. It's deflected. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Two on the clock. The Magic again can hit. And so the first quarter is in the books. Philadelphia ahead. They lead by 5. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Is checked in for the Magic. Martin comes in for Finley.
Give it up again for the 407th team.
The 76ers leading by 6. Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues, and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. Taking a look at the 76ers. They've got Markkanen. Andre Drummond is out there with the General. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic superstar says it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. Just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. VA thanks. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Outside, Martin. Here's Mann. He's covered by Maxey. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Mann.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Tarlock. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Martin, the pass to Mann. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Solid pick there by Carter Jr. At 6'10", 270, you're not getting around that screen.
Orlando making some changes. Hachimura comes in for Robinson. And Anthony subbed in for Martin. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. George comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Pass to the general. 1:04 left in the first half. Kicks it out to Maxey. Here's Tarlock. Off target from three-point range.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
That's tipped. Maxey looking it over. No good with the triple. Magic have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Mann passes to Banchero. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Now here's Anthony. His last outing, 16 points for him. The 3. Cans it from downtown.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. 76ers lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Front line. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for the participant.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
A look here now at the 76ers. They're in that number 1 spot for a reason, playing well as a team, making it look easy. Definitely the team to beat right now, guys.
Going to take a lot to knock them out that top spot. Until then, this is their league.
Switching back now to the Philadelphia 76ers, they've been fighting it out through the first half of play.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient. And that's all for us. Now it's time.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And you know the general has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Anthony is out there with Finley. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Banchero in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Embiid the screen. Lobbed up there. Joel goes up and brings it down.
And you put the ball anywhere within a 3-foot radius of the rim, and Embiid's gonna go get it. And he's also coming with bad intentions.
And here is Anthony. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And finished off by Banchero.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his second year. And on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Maxey passes to the general. To the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Paolo Banchero.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Both free throws good from the general. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way and you're interested.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Embiid the screen. Here's Tarlock, and that one is hammered home.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Finley.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Maxey passes to the general. George with the screen on Banchero. The general. Good.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Anthony. 5 on the clock. Banchero a screen on Maxey. The shot by Anthony, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Embiid. Embiid is a monster in the lane. Wow.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Carter dishes to Banchero. Floats one. Second chance shot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The 76ers leading by 9. The general passes to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Embiid with the screen on Banchero. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Sunday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Miami Heat. Then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the New York Knicks.
And in that matchup with the Pistons, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
Banchero with the screen. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Down low. The general passes to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Well, that's about as high percentage of look as Drummond's going to get. Nice job inside.
Banchero with the ball. 18 points for him. "16 seconds left to play in the third. On the wing, man. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Another miss by Banchero. Here's Grimes. Drills the three-pointer. Grimes has got 8 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Drummond. The general is out there with Markkanen. And it's McCain in at the point guard position. Man, got a piece of it. Outside, Markkanen. Over Martin. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Markkanen's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the 76ers. Here's Crawford. Pass to man. Fires from the wing. Yep, that one goes in there.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's McCain. Here's Tarlock. No good on the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to man. Kicks it out to Banchero. And a miss there on the triple.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down.
It's stolen by Banchero. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
So he gets them both. Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not get him as many shots, things like that, and there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge, huge respect for.
That's a great example. Coaching an aging star. Very difficult.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Here's the general. Embiid with the screen on Banchero.
Well, he leads everyone in scoring, and he shows no intention of slowing down.
The Magic trail by 17. Outside Anthony. Out to the right wing. That's good from Banchero on the assist by Anthony. And it's now 22 points for Paolo Banchero. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Carter pulls it in.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Banchero. It's hauled in by the general. The general's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Embiid with the screen on Hachimura. Here's Tarlock, and he's good on the 3 ball. The general's got 43 points.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Finley's checked in for the Magic. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Outside Anthony. Pass to Finley. Kicks it out to Banchero. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the 76ers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the General.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Philadelphia dictating the flow. Here's the General, and out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Substitution on the floor.
There's 31 seconds left in the game. Here's Mann. He's guarded by Schroeder. Now Mann. 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Launches a 3. No good. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This team is still perfect in the NBA Cup. 4-0. They are group winner.
And now as we enter the knockout stage, they're one of my favorites in the Cup. They've played that well.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go.
Shout out my dog MP, man, giving the people what they want, man. Talking a little crazy, giving a little hot sauce, and still talking trash at the same time. I salute you.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Attention all defense. We still have tickets to remaining future home games. To get yours, just visit us online or stop by our ticket booth today.
Up next, the 76ers taking on the Heat for Philadelphia, firing on all cylinders, and their record. Thanks for joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night. We know NBA games aren't played on paper, but if they were, this game wouldn't be close, Brent.
You're right, BA, but we're not doing it. We're out here on the court, and we want to see guys going at it. Tonight, given where these teams are, can the underdog step up, rise up, and get an unexpected win? We're going to find out.
Here are the five for Philadelphia. We've got Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Paul George. And it's the general in at the 4. Mitchell finds Hero. Outside Jaquez. Let's go with a 3. Joel Embiid pulls it down. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. I talked with him about Joel Embiid and asked him what he wants his team to do against him defensively. And he said, I told our big guys to play with physicality out there, but to also know when to go straight up and not let him bait us into silly fouls. It's not an easy assignment, but Coach seemed confident in their chances of containing Joel. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Ali.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Maxey passes to the general. From deep. Philadelphia, the rebound. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by the Heat. We've played just over a minute here in the first. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw's good from Maxey.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
Both free throws good from Maxey.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Ware. Inside. Here's Jovic. No good there, off the double clutch. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Ware. The Heat have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Hero, the pass to Mitchell. Here's Ware. Hero outside. Takes a three. That one is off. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
And Grimes keeping the D honest, spacing them out that time from the corner.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Miami making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. And a quick check of the 2K leaderboard. Here are the toughest defenses to score against. The 76ers, number 1.
And this team has been completely dominant. Fewest points per game allowed in the league. These guys are talented. They trust each other. They work together. And you just won't find better coaching on the defensive end of the floor.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
The Sixers lead by 3. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. The General. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
Here's Wiggins. Will it go? Doesn't go that time. And George with some nice D. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, the General, their last time out against the Magic, was a man on a mission. He had 46 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Throws it up high, and Embiid throws it down.
And there's the process at work. Embiid rolls off the pick and right into scoring position.
Here's Mitchell. Still no points. Wiggins outside. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Wiggins. The 3 ball. Here's Hero. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Hero's got 6.
And a great job by Tyler that time, just getting in there and wanting to be involved in the rebound.
And the General gets it to go.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
2 for 1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Hero outside. Launches it. Hero with another miss. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Maxey passes to the General. Rebound by the Heat. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year. Mitchell misses. Here's the General. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Shot on the wing. And no good.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Checked in for Miami.
Fill the gas, MP. Get in there.
Heat trail by 9. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Andre Drummond, and it's Maxey in at the point. And again, no good by Miami.
Can't blame them. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Here's the General. Pass to Grimes. Takes the 3. Philadelphia, the rebound. Here's the general. Philadelphia with another miss.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Here's Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Well, Graham, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously, and size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Johnson a screen on Maxey. Here's Ryan. Maxey covering. Ryan, no good.
With nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area, that's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Drummond. And Markkanen subbed in for Maxey. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. Fires from deep. And the 76ers another three.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
The three is up. The rebound by Markkanen. The Sixers lead by 10. Here's the general. 14 points for him. Fires the three. Ortiz grabs the board.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Robinson finds Wiggins.
That's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
A line change here for Miami. Pass to Ware. Jaquez with it. George defending. Now Jaquez. He's scoreless. Jovic. From outside, off the mark. Philadelphia has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Heat trail by 10. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Ware. Shoots over Embiid. Kept alive. Outside for Mitchell. Lets the three fly. Drops in the three. Mitchell's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
The three. And the general gets it to go. The General's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And so it's Philadelphia earning this break in the action, up 10. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot. It's all good. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And for that game against the Thunder, no one's picking them. Maybe if they play mistake-free ball, they'll have a chance. But a slim one at best.
I'm sure someone in the world is picking them, right? Maybe not. Who knows? Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Miami Heat.
So, the shot selection. You can't heave up anything and just keep hoping to get hot. They have to make better choices.
Yeah, shooting under 35%, not going to get you back into a game. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Heat. It's a 10-point game. Hero and Jaquez Jr. are out on the perimeter. Then it's Davion Mitchell, and it's Ware in at the 5. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Pass to Jovic. 6 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Ooh.
And here's Embiid. Lets it go from 14. Nice jump shot.
Yeah, the big man Embiid just capable of sticking it from these in-between spots.
Well, when you talk about a classic 3-and-D guy, Paul George is one of the first to come to mind, Brent.
I agree, B.A. I think he's been a little bit underappreciated, but this guy, both ends of the floor, with the ability to score and defend, is elite.
Maxey passes to the general. From outside the arc. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. The general's got 20.
I've just seen these massive leaps from Paul George throughout his career, particularly as a playmaker.
Mitchell with the ball. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Jaquez against George. Screen by Embiid. Oh, there's the alley! And then Embiid with the dunk.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Outside Mitchell. Here's Jovic. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Joel Embiid.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And he drops the first. The importance of getting your second NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But, man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off.
Knocks down the triple. The Generals got 6 points in the quarter.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Hero for 3. The General pulls it in.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
No good on the 3.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
The drive by Mitchell. From 13 feet, down it goes. Mitchell's got 5.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
The General passes to George. Here's the General. 23 points in the game. For 3. Jaquez grabs the board. Heat trail by 14. Mitchell finds Jaquez. Here's Jovic. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. The Generals got 4 rebounds now.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Sends it home from three-point land. The Generals got 9 points now in the second half. Miami has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter.
Hey, right here.
Mitchell against Maxey. Hero on the wing. This one for 3. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The General passes to Embiid. Here's the general. 26 points for him. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
So Miami going with almost an entirely new group here. Kevin Love's checked in for Jovic. Johnson comes in for Jaquez. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Hero. And it's Robinson in for Mitchell. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
I think there were some toughness questions around Andrew Wiggins. Not anymore. This guy has become a pretty gritty player.
Markkanen sets a screen. Here's the general. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Wiggins passes to Robinson. Back to Wiggins. From downtown. Counted from distance. Wiggins has got 5 now.
What a response here from Wiggins, marching right back and answering with a triple.
Pass to the general. Beyond the arc. Love grabs the miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Ware. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To the inside. Here's Markkanen. Banked it in off the glass. Markkanen's got his second basket.
And Markkanen really that time going strong.
Now here's Wiggins from 15 feet away. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
It's got to be a sense of urgency right now.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. We've got Lauri Markkanen, and it's McCain in at the 1. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. The Generals got 35.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots. A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Drummond to screen on Johnson. Into the lane. Got it. The Generals got 5 points in the quarter.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Pass to Love. And here's Robinson. There's the triple. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in the game. From the arc. Rebounded by Johnson. The Heat have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Outside Robinson. Here's Ryan. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to the general. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Miami's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Love. Outside Robinson. Here's the 3. And the three-pointer goes.
That's his game right there. Robinson, one of the more deadly shooters in the NBA.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. So both teams making some changes here. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. The general, no good. Heat trail by 20. Hero outside. Back to Jaquez. Here's Mitchell. And he banks in the layup.
So many things that Jaquez does well. He looks to set up his teammate.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Here's the General. Pure from three-point range. The General's got 40 points.
We've been watching him hold court out of the arc. Just an unforgettable performance tonight.
Mitchell finds Hero. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by the Sixers. The General's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Embiid. There's the drive. And that one drops.
2 strong points from Embiid. His M.O. is to own the painted area.
Miami has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Pass to Jovic. From outside the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And here we go, the Heat fast break. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And there's another thing going on right now for them that has to get their confidence up, and that's the 3-ball. I mean, it's been falling for them, and they're locked in, and with that outside shot going.
Good! Another from 3.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown. Philadelphia has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the 76ers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they really wanted this one. It pushes their win total up to 21.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for the General.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Outside Love. Takes the 3. The General pulls it in. So it's Philadelphia now. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Can't connect from short range. And here's Mitchell. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.
It seems like you really like talking to your opponents during the game. What is it about trash talk that you enjoy so much?
You know, honestly, it's just fun. You know, it keeps me engaged in the game, and it gives me that extra little bit of motivation. You know, we play 82 games in the season, so I got to find a way to keep things interesting, you know what I'm saying?
If it's all in good fun, are there areas or topics you won't touch?
Of course, you know, I'm not out there trying to talk about anyone's family, you know, their kids, their parents, you know. The NBA, it's a fraternity. We go at each other out there on the court, but at the end of the day, it's all love, you know. We're just hooping.
Feeling you, MP.
MP about to tear the roof off.
What's up, MP?
Another month, another award for MP.
I'll bring the chick. Oh, no, I got it. Okay, I'm game. Try something. You might send okay. But if it's more than an hour, I'm staying in front of you. Maybe review it for a merger. Oh, yeah.
Game time. Let's get it, MP.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Tyler Cole singing the national anthem. A fantastic rendition. Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And a chance here to check out some stats for Karl Anthony Towns.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
So the New York starting 5, they've got Hart, Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. And for the 76ers, we've got Joel Embiid. The general is out there with Paul George. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. How does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there. Structural players, critical.
Embiid, no good. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. Now, I spoke to him about the plan for Karl Anthony Towns now. Coach said, we know Cat has size and power, so we're hoping we can match him there. We don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him. Can expect it to be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
Thanks, David.
Nice time from Embiid. The big man showing off his vision there.
Now the Knicks with it. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the shoe case if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Hart with it. George picks him up. Hart the pass to Bridges. Maxey against Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. No good that time. Some solid defense from Maxey. Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
He had a nice open look right there. 6 points for the general.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Towns. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Detroit. Embiid kicks to Maxey. Releases. That's in. Coming off the assist from Embiid.
And you can pretty much count on Maxey to find shots. He does his job out there.
Runs in the pass to Towns. Spins. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And you want to talk about winning recipes? These guys have it. 21 wins in a row. That's right, 21.
Almost mind-boggling that you could string together brilliant basketball over such a sustained period of time. Think about the focus that they have to bring nightly. Think about the commitment to grinding it out every single night, regardless of your opponent. Just absolutely incredible stuff.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from the General. The General's got 9. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 4-point game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year. Shoots the 3. And Karl Anthony Towns, good for 3.
Boy, you like to see that kind of competitiveness from Karl Anthony Towns. You know this guy is going to settle the score with a 3 of his own.
A different look for New York. Mamu Pelishvili is checked in, and Miles McBride subbed in for Anunoby. Drummond the screen. Here's Tarlock. And the 3 off target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's good from long range. Bridges has got a couple of 3s now in the first with the Knicks.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Here's Tarlock. Another miss by Philadelphia. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
Bridges shot. Good.
Well, Bridges has this floater in the bag of tricks, and you've got to be able to pull it out at the appropriate time.
Here's the General. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Maxey. Pass to the General. No good again that time. The Knicks leading by 4. Now, here is Russell. And here's Towns. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Teardrop shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Knicks shooting their first shot. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And New York looking at who they've got. Bridges out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Towns in at the 5. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, the General, in his last time out against Miami, got the job done. He ended up with 43 points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3 ball. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Now Russell, after the missed 3 from the General. Pass to Russell. Back to Anunoby. Bridges outside. No good on the triple. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And some changes here for the 76ers. Embiid, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And Lauri Markkanen subbed in for Maxey. The Knicks also changing it up. Mamu Pelishvili is checked in. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Russell. To the inside. Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
You call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
And it's Brunson missing. The 76ers leading by 4. Inside, here's Tarlock. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Rhymes with dimes. On time right there.
New York's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Towns kicks to Brunson. The tray. Brunson from long distance.
It's about the work for Jalen Brunson. He's put in a ton of time to become a knockdown shooter.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Tarlock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Knicks trail by 3. McBride finds Anunoby. Anunoby with the screen for Brunson. Brunson with another miss. Philadelphia's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Pass to the general. Picked by Markkanen. There's the lob to Markkanen. The general can't get it to go.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
13 feet away. And it's Brunson missing. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers lead by 3. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot run. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participant.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Right now, the New York Knicks are providing quite an entertaining and close game.
One thing I'll say, they've been poised with the ball. Keep turnovers down, allows you to level up.
Yeah, hard to gain momentum when you're... All right, and now time... Thanks for spending halftime with us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And you know the general has been really making it happen, guys.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
They've got Paul George. The general is out there with Embiid. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Pass to Grimes. Here's the general. Shoots it. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. The general's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Knicks trail by 6. Down low. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
And with each passing season, DB, OG Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat and offensive rebound and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
It's too hard. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
Embiid with the screen on Hart. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Towns. He can't hit that time. Good D by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 9. Here's Maxey. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Maxey's got 10 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
1:52 left in the third. Anunoby kicks to Brunson. Fires the 3. And the shot will not go from Anunoby.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The 3. The General can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 11. Anunoby with it. George picks him up. Pass to Hart. Towns against Maxey. Bridges for 3. Here's Hart. And another shot. And the rejection by Embiid.
He's so agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Miles McBride's checked in for Anunoby. Towns, wide open. Hits it from three-point range. Towns has got it back down to within single digits for New York. Pass to the General. There's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. The General's got 31.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
At the Hart. Pass to Towns. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Count that bucket. And that's now 33 points for the General.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Brunson surveying the D. Brunson, hard finish inside.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. 76ers on top, up by 11. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Everyone talking down there. Rebound and run. Rebound and run. Got to work our way back now. Work our way back.
Well, he's trying to up his team's energy right now.
And Kevin, as he said, they got to push it once they get rebounds, and that'll help them get back into this one.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, Miles McBride out there with Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4 spot. Knicks trail by 11. Now McBride. Bank shot, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Tarlock. And good that time. The Generals got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Towns looking it over. No good from outside. 76ers shooting, certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Kept alive. Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
With that size and with that strength, it is such a problem trying to keep Andre Drummond off the offensive glass.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Outside, Towns. McBride with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by the General. The General's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And stolen by Russell. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Here's Anunoby. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
OG Anunoby, such a nice blend of power and skill. You see it right there.
Well, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the 76ers?
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
I think the other thing they've done exceptionally well tonight is shoot the mid-range and take advantage of those opportunities. Anytime they're given a look, they have delivered.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, battling hard. That's an impressive move by Towns. He'll go to the stripe.
At the line for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns. One shot.
And Towns no good on that one.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's the General. Embiid the screen. Here's Tarlock, and the layup falls. The General's got 17 points here in the second half.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Brunson, diving in, and the dunk by Brunson.
If Brunson sees any daylight, he's going to attack. Did just that on the drive.
Embiid with the screen on Hart. The General. Good. The General's got 39.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Brunson kicks to Hart. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his 3rd assist on the night. The 76ers leading by 13.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Anunoby outside. New York moving the ball around. Pass to Towns. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the 76ers. The General's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them, huge margin of victory for the 76ers.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the General.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Bridges outside. 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Embiid with the screen on Hart. Tarlock off target with his 3. Hart wide open. He fires. Off target with the open look. And the 76ers with possession. They lead by 14. George with the screen on Hart. To the paint. Towns with the steal.
Jalen Brunson, 3 points.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Dorothy.
That's it. How about a shimmy?
Good, MP. Let's keep this winning streak going.
At the shooting guard position, 6'4" inches, number 23, Jaden Ivey.
Yes, yes, y'all. You don't stop.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. Taking a look at the 76ers, it's a long season, but right now they're in great position, holding that prize top spot. And checking out the Pistons, pretty far behind right now.
Well, I think for the Pistons, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. But they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
A look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Paul George, Maxey out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Grimes in at 2 guard. And for the Pistons, Ivy at the 2 with Thompson at the 3. Durant out there with Holland, and it's Sasser in at the 1. And how much fun is it to watch these guys move the basketball, Clark?
Well, they've got 2 main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
Now here's Ivy. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by George. Here's the general, defended by Thompson. Embiid's shot is good.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
Takes a step back. Here's Ivy. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Will Hardy.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, he voiced how crucial it is to make sure that his defense doesn't allow him any breathing room. He told me, quote, Maxey can get hot in a hurry, so we can't afford to give him open looks. And with his speed, we definitely want to limit his opportunities in the open court. We'll see if the defense can slow his pace, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Yeah, because Durant is such a big, physical, athletic guy, it's easy to overlook his incredible passing, but that's one of his core strengths.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the floor, and it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Embiid gives you a lot, scoring, rebounding, defense, and he can also beat you with the pass.
Pass to Ivy. No good with a layup. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. They set the pick. For 3, Maxey. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Ivy with the ball. 9 points in his last outing. And again, the Pistons missing.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Here's Maxey. Great look there, but off target.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
To the middle. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Here's Grimes, the general. That 3's off the mark. Inside, here's Holland, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Embiid finds George, shoots over Thompson, and George gets it to go on the assist from Embiid.
The mid-range, no problem for PG. He's really improved as a shooter.
Pass to Ivy. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Now here's Embiid. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. The general, no good. Sasser with the ball. Guarded now by Maxey. 1:10 left in the first quarter here. Sasser up top. Maxey covering. Lots of room. Count that bucket. The Sixers leading. Maxey passes to the general. From deep. Another missed shot. He's 1 of 5. Looking shaky out there.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. You tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. Knocks it down from distance. The Generals got 6.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The Sixers lead by 4. The steal. Down low. And the dunk by Duren.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Philadelphia on top, leading by just 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And some good action. The Sixers making a change here. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. We've got Isaiah Stewart. Kevin Porter is out there with Michael Porter. And it's Clintman in at the 4. That's the group for Detroit right now.
You know, as you add experience, you start to see the floor better. That was a sweet find by Drummond.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Generals, their last time out against the Knicks was outstanding. He ended up with 44 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. He feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Here's the General. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. The Generals got 6 points in the quarter.
And they're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 three-pointers already today.
Stewart outside. Pass to Clinton. 4-3. Drummond grabs the miss. The Sixers lead by 4. Ooh, ripped away. Now Porter. 1:52 left in the half. Here's Stewart. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter.
Well, Porter has tremendous talent and is very creative. He's good at getting his guys the ball when they're ready to score. A good passer because he's got good vision.
The General, no good.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Pass to Porter. Five to shoot. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
The General passes to Markkanen. 1:03 left in the second period. Drummond with the screen. Nails it from 3. The Generals got 15.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
The Sixers lead by 3. Maxey passes to the General. Three-pointer, no good. And it's Porter with the ball for the Pistons. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
And the General gets it to go.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Porter looks it over. Fires from deep. The shot off that time. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. Back after this.
Hi, everyone. Let's start things off by looking at the East. The General.
He's been doing big things down in the paint, using his size and power to just flatten up.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that is going to do.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, BA. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play. Trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. We've got Maxey, George out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Back to Embiid. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Holland. He shoots a 3. It's rebounded by George. Philadelphia leading by 4. The General passes to Embiid. Second half getting started. About a minute played. And Embiid throws it down.
And the slashing Embiid is impossible to match up with. Terrific at cutting off the ball after the screen.
Well, the Pistons shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Thompson outside. Duran with a screen on George. The 3 from Thompson. Gets the 3 to fall.
And that is textbook perfect. The bounce pass. Exactly how you want to throw it.
For Philadelphia, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. George passes to the General. Maxey on the wing. Here's the General. There's the 3. Buries it from 3. The General's got 21 points in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Sasser. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. On the wing, Ivy. George defending. Ivy against George. Another one for the Pistons.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Here's the General. He's got 21. Connects from downtown. 24 points for him.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Ivy. They trail by 7. Thompson outside. The shot comes out. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. And he lobbed up top. Embiid throws it down.
And Embiid has a really high basketball IQ. Superb at recognizing when to leap for the alley-oop jam.
Detroit has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Sasser outside. Pass to Thompson. Launches a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Here's the General. And the layup is good off the glass. The General's got 26 points. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. George scanning the floor. And the 3 off target. Pistons trail by 13. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's the General.
Come get it. Come get it.
Embiid, a screen on Porter. The General passes to Embiid. Hammers the lob through.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And Detroit making a change here. Fontecchio's checked in. Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. Markkanen comes in for George. Now here's Porter. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. And Andre Drummond is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Pickett, he's checked in for Fontecchio. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Stewart, a screen on Markkanen. Goodwin. And again, no good by Detroit.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. The hustle they've shown on defense. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Michael Porter, also Isaiah Stewart out there, and it's Jemison in at the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Stewart, no good.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Pistons trail by 14. Pass to Jemison to the inside. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. And let's take a look at some of the players we expect to participate in this year's dunk contest. Always an exciting event.
Yeah, year after year, these guys find new ways to innovate and stun the judges. It's remarkable stuff.
He's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Well, we'll just have to see. But I personally would love seeing him in the dunk contest.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting. He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Left side Porter. Rebound by Philadelphia. Here's the General. Soft touch off the glass. The Generals got 16 in the second half.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Pass to Stewart. For three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. The Generals got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the paint. Here's Drummond. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
Nice aggressive take that time by Drummond. Goes right into the defender to get the shot off and a foul.
One constant in the NBA, Clark, the constant movement of players.
Yeah, and I think you've got to try to look at the positive side of that, the freedom that players have to play where they choose to play in many cases. I think that's the right of any employee to be able to go where they feel they can best optimize their individual and team situations. I think it allows teams to rebuild on the fly and get competitive more quickly. And I like that aspect of it. I don't like to see it overwhelming a season, but I do like the fact the players have that option and that freedom.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
The General, no good. Pistons trail by 20. Sasser outside. Ivy outside. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, VA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Outside Maxey. Pass to the General. Drains the triple. The Generals got 37.
And they're shooting with much more confidence here in the second half. The field goal percentage is now over 50%.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
Pass to George. Here's the General. Off target from outside. For Detroit, they've gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Sasser outside. With a 9-footer. Again, the Pistons score.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
There's a screen. Here's the General. No good from outside.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else. He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
The three is up. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, BA. Unbelievable. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the 76ers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for the General.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
Holland can't hit. And Philadelphia has possession. 22 was their biggest lead. Here's the General. And again for 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ivy, right side. Count it. Good.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
Shot from 16. The general, no good. Now Sasser. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them.
Give me that.